Firstly, can you provide a brief on the just signed agreement? What is it all about?
As we know that the Green Climate Fund is a fund that was set up in order to assist countries that are affected by drought as a result of climate change. We have applied through our Environmental Investment Fund of Namibia, and we got this amount. It's the third time now we received money for that after the Environmental Investment Fund has been accredited to this fund. So it is to set up our early warning system, and also it's an integration of the early warning systems and the disaster risk management in the Kunene region.
Now, is there any specific reason why the Kunene region has been identified as priority for the funding?
Kunene region, as we can recall, that for those years has been very much affected by drought, and it's also located at a very point on the planet. In the sub-Saharan Africa, Kunene region is much more affected by climate change. Therefore, that's why we have seen that in 2014, half of the animals, the livestock that have died in Namibia, 60,000 about, half of that have died in Kunene. And there were recurrence of drought after that. And we have identified that region, Kunene, as a very vulnerable region. So we have decided to apply to Climate Fund, Green Climate Fund, in order to get assistance. With the assistance of the Ministry of Agriculture, Water and Forestry, we have also done the feasibility studies, and the feasibility study and identified some areas of funding.
Talking about areas, Minister Shifeta, which areas are going to be targeted with the funding in particular, and over what period will these funds be dispersed?
Yeah, the areas are, as I mentioned here, that we have to set up early warning systems, and also the disaster risk management programs, and also to set up a small scale green schemes in 3 areas in the region, that is Sesfontein, Fransfontein, and the Varam Quarry. So this green scheme will be set up there, and also to look at the other drought resilience programs, like to come up with the drought resistance animals like nguni in the region. As you know, that these people are more dependent, their livelihood are more dependent on livestock. So we have to come up with something that will then be resilient, so that they can be resilient to climate change.
Now, COP24 runs until about the 14th of this month. What are the other issues of priority Namibia touched on during the conference in terms of addressing the effects of climate?
Yeah, Namibia is affected. In the sub-Saharan Africa, we are very much affected. That's why for this 2 years after our Environmental Investment Fund has been accredited by that institution, we have raised about 450 million for different projects, not only in Kunene. So, and we think that because of the vulnerability Namibia has when it comes to climate change, so we need to have more funds in order to assist our